Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel for a next video. I'm making video after a long time, since almost after the 6 months. In today's video, I will make a JSP application. So basically this is for a registration page. I can say that we'll create a registration and login page. Okay, so we'll write this registration and login using JSP application. We'll use this JSP application for register to register and authenticate the user. Authenticate the user. Based on this username and password. Using JDBC. So I'll just tell you about what exactly forms and that other modules will be for this particular page. First of all, I'll just create index.html page. Okay. First of all, I'll create this index.html page, right? And this HTML page will have two links. For example, I have to login, right? So we'll make this one page login.html. And second, if I have not logged in, I'm not able to log in, right? So I will make this register, right? So this is second is this register.html page. This is first module. In the second module, I will just create these two pages, right? So login.html page. What is login.html page? These are the two hyperlinks, right? So two hyperlinks. That means from this page, either we can go to login.html page or we can go to register.html page, right? So this login.html, if user already registered, right? Registered, then we can do login. Okay, and if user not registered, then we'll do registration. First. Okay, so this is what we'll do the registration first. Okay, now what are the other modules? We'll do this login JSP page, right? So this is login JSP page. This is another module. This is called as login JSP page. Okay. And second is register.jsp page. .jsp page. See this login.jsp page exactly when we do the registration, right? Because data will be taken through this database, right? When I register, will do the registration, will provide the user ID and password, and that will be added to the database. And if data is already exist in the database, then it will fetch the data, it will verify this login user ID and password, and then it will be added. Okay, so now we'll start with this page. Okay, so just first of all I will go to this NetBeans. We'll go to file, we'll create the new project, right? Java web, then web application. We'll click on the next button. We'll make it login registration. Login and registration. We'll write the name of this login registration page in JSP. Okay, we'll click on the next button. Again this next, and we'll click on finish button. I'll just open this go to services. We'll start this Glassfish server. We'll start this Glassfish server, right? So we'll go to project. So this is login registration page. As I said that I have to start with this this login.html index.html page. This is the index.html page, right? So here I'll just put what are the things. As I said that there will be 2 hyperlinks. Okay, so simply I just write here the hyperlinks. Okay, I'll just put here, I just make it font bigger. One more, I'll make it 26. Okay, yeah, so I just put here hyperlink href. These are the 2 pages, so that equal to login.html. Okay, login.html. So this is login page, and second page I'll write ahref. Okay, this is href. We'll write this register.html. Okay, now close this. We'll write this name of this particular page, register. So these are the 2 links. I can just show you what exactly it will show. You can see this, you can see a login and register. I'll just make this line break here. I'll make this line break here. Okay, okay, so when I run this program, when you start, these are the 2 links, right? So I will click on the login page. Okay, so when I click on the login page, I can do the login, and when I click on this register page, I will do the registration. So first of all I'll just show you what exactly field will be in the login page, right? So I just add this login page. Okay, this is the HTML page, right? So I just write here login. Okay, so login.html, it will be login. One more page I can add here. This is what this is register.html. So this is register.html page. So register, this is a register page. Okay, so I'll just write here this login page. Okay, I'll just show you login page. What exactly we'll add here? Form, right? Then form action, I have to write the name of the page, right? So I have to write the JSP page here. I'll add this JSP page here. I'll add this JSP page. I'll write here login JSP. Okay, login JSP. Okay, so I'll just write down the page name, right? So here login.jsp, I'll just write here. Okay, so this is login JSP. You can see this login JSP. We'll write the method Okay, so method equal to, I just write here post. Okay, form tag opening and closing both. See, we are taking, I'll be taking two fields, one for name as well as the password, but I will add one more field, confirm password. Okay, so write your name. Okay, this is input type. Okay, this is input type. Okay, input type here text, right? We'll write the name here. This is user ID. Okay, I'll close this. See, I'll be adding two more fields. Just I'll copy and paste. I'll change this fields here. Okay, so the second field is here password. I'll just write here. Second field is the password. Okay, and the next field will be here. This is the confirm password. Okay, so this is confirm password. This is confirm password. Okay, so first this is for the input type or text. I'll write here password 1. So I'll write here password 1, password 1, and this is password 2. Password 1, password 2. Okay, so these are the three fields, and now I'll be adding one button. So write here input type, this is submit. Okay, and value will be writing here submit. Okay, now this will be closed. So this is the login page, right? This is login page. I'll just run this also. I can just show you the view of this login page. You can see this is the login page. Okay, now what I have to write, see, when I do this registration, right, I'll go to this first I will complete the login.jsp page. So already I have created here. I just click here that login JSP page. Okay, how many fields are there? There are 3 fields. Okay, so just since it is JSP page, right, so we'll include between this scripted tag. Okay, another thing, we have to take the parameters as a user input, right? So just I'll take this value here, so string, right? So a string, I'll just write here string. I make it uname. Okay, see, the method is request.getParameter. Okay, so request.getParameter. Yeah, so this is what request.getParameter. And I'll go back. I'll just show you what is the fields, right? So this is user ID, then password and password 2. User ID, password and password 2. So this is user ID. This is user ID. I'll just put a semicolon at the end. Okay, so our other fields, for the other fields will be same. Just I'll copy and paste. So this is for the second field, I'll make it variable that pwd1. For this I'll make it pwd2, right? This is password 1, so this is password 1, this is password 2, this is password. Okay, what next? as it is written in the question, since we have to create the registration part, right? Simply we need to authenticate, right? That means we have to see whether this password as well as the confirm password both are matching. Password as well as the confirm password both are matching, then only we can do the login, right? So I will just write here the if condition. I'll write here password 1. So this is password 1 dot method is here equals, method is here equals. Okay, so this is equals. Now it will verify the another part. Another part means you can see this is password 2, right? This is password 2. It will verify the password 2, correct? And now then we have to do the database connection. We have to do the database connection, but before making this database connection, what I have to do, I have to create the database connection, correct? So before writing this code, I will just go to services. I'll go to services. I'll connect this MySQL. So I'll create the MySQL. Okay, we'll provide the password here. Okay, now MySQL is connected. I'll just create one database. Okay, so I'll make this database, create the database. Okay, so database, for example, I'll write here user. User is the database. Okay, we'll click on OK button. Okay, now this you can see here that database here, right? So this is user. I can connect this user. Okay, here you can see this is what, this is the user database, right? I have to connect this also. So this is already connected. Just explore this driver registration part, right? So MySQL driver we have to register, we have to explore this. Just click on the plus icon. Now you can see this, the database which I have created, you can see here. Now what we can do, we can create the table also. Okay, so what we'll do, I just go to the within this user database, in the table, right click on the table. Okay, we'll create the table. Now I'll just write here the database name, table name. So for example, I'll creating this table user only. Okay, now I'll write down this table values, column name. So I'll make it uname, we'll make it character, we'll write here 10. Second database, second column, I'll write here password, pass wg1. Okay, then I'll make it varchar, I'll make it 20. Second column, I'll write here pass wg2. Data type, I'll also make it varchar, and then size is 20. Okay, so only 3 columns I'll be adding in this database. First one is username, second password, and third one is the confirm password. If I don't want to add one more column, then I'll click here OK button. So here this table is created, right? But see, I want to add the values at the runtime. Remember, I want to add the values at the runtime. I don't want to run the values from the database. I will add the values at the runtime that will be added to the database. Okay, so simply I just create the blank table. Now I'll continue with the database connection. Since we are making the database connection using MySQL. Okay, so for the MySQL, first of all, the step number 1 is for this class, this driver registration. So this is class dot for name, control space bar, right? And for MySQL database connection, okay, if you don't remember, listen here, if you don't remember, what you do, go to this driver right click, go to properties, and now simply here you can just select here, just copy and paste. This is the driver class, because most of the time we do the mistakes. So what do you have to do? Just simply go to this driver URL, right click, go to properties, and then just copy and paste here. Second step, after the driver registration, we have to create the connection, right? So we'll write here connection. This is, you have to select this connection java.sql. Connection, just write on the connection object equal to driver manager. So driver manager dot get connection. You can see these are the three methods: get connection 1 parameter, get connection 2 parameters, get connection 3 parameters. But we have to select the third one. Why? Because we have this database URL, we have the user ID, this username, as well as the password for the Mysql. So 3 parameters will be there. So we need to select this here, put the semicolon here. Okay. So first part, again I just say URL. What you will do? Go to driver manager, then right click, go to properties, then here you have to just check it as database URL. Again just select it, copy and paste, Control C, right, and just paste here. Okay, see, you don't require other things, right? So simply just up to this database name, I have created the name of the database is user, right? You can see this is the database URL, right, for the connection. JDBC colon MySQL colon / localhost colon 3306. Here 3306 is port number for this MySQL, and user is the database name. For MySQL, the database is here root by default for each and every user, right? So everyone will write this user as a password, root as a username. Password, whatever you are keeping for your machine. So I have kept CVS as a password. So this is the second step for database connection, right? Connection con is equal to driver manager, then get connection, and again we have to write down the URL for this. Now we have to create the database, this statement. So we'll write here prepared. We have different statements, right? So prepared statement, okay, you can see this prepared statement. Now we'll write the object of this statement. So prepared statement ps equal to, now control space bar, just see the connection object con dot. Now we have to write down this method prepared statement, right? And one more thing, in the bracket you can see there is a string SQL. So we have to write down here the value. We have to write down the here value, but we are fetching the data from the table. So simply I'll write here select star from table name is here user, right? One more thing, when the database is connected successfully, okay, so it will just print the name of the user who is connected, who have logged in, right? So the message should be displayed that welcome so and so, welcome so and so. That means it should verify the name of the user also. So for that I'll write here select star from table name where condition name equal to name. I'll put the semicolon here. See, this is name here. I've written here value as uname, right? So it will be uname. Okay, it is showing error. One more thing, in the table I have taken it is as this is uname, right? Yeah, so we'll take it uname also. It will be uname. It will also be uname. So this is the step number 3 for creating the statement. Now what next? We need to create the result set object. we have to create the result set object, right? So result that result set control spacebar result set, then result set object equal to, again we need this statement object, then ps dot c. Since we are fetching the data from the database, so we have to implement this method is called as execute query. So we'll write here execute query. Now we have to check that data also, because we are matching the password now. Here that password 1 dot equals password 2. So that should be printed. If it is not printed, if it is not matching, that will not be displayed, right? So now the next thing is I have to check this while this condition, while rs dot next, while rs dot next. This is the method. While rs dot next, okay, it will check. Okay, so within this bracket, I will write the condition if rs dot, right, you can see rs dot c get string. This is get string. It will check this column index, right? So first column number, the value dot, again it will check the user ID, right? So it will check that equals. Now what is the value in the first column? This is uname. And other thing I have to check that and condition. Now it will check from this second column also. So rs dot get string 2, second column value is 2 dot equals, it will check, and what it will check, it will check the password. It will check the password. So right, so we'll write here password 1. If it is correct, then it will print the value. It will print the value. I'll just write here one more, right? So it will print out dot println, right? What it will print? Welcome username. Welcome, whatever user is connected, right? So welcome, and then username. Okay, so right here whatever user is connected. But maybe it is possible that user name or password doesn't match. It doesn't match. Then we have to go to the else part. So we'll write the else part also. We'll write the else condition. We'll write this same line here. Out dot println. We'll write here. Okay. Password doesn't match with the confirm password. Simply I can write here. So I can write here password match with confirm password. Okay, so this is what if it is not matching, right? So these are the conditions, right? If it is matched, then it will display that welcome username. If it is not matched, right, it goes to the else part, and then it will show that the password doesn't match with the confirm password. Now I want to add one more line. For example, I want to switch to the index page, right? So I'll make it one link I'll add here. I'll add one more link, right? The link is here index.html, right? So this is index.html page. Okay, and what I will do, I'll write the name of the page here, home. I'll make it home. Okay, I'll just make it line break here. Okay, so this is the login page. This is the login page for registration, for implementing from the user ID, right? But one more module which we have discussed here. There are two modules, one for the login and one for the register, right? Maybe if somebody have not registered, right? So we have to do the registration part first. Okay, so what I will do, I'll go to register.html page. Already have created here register.html page. Now in the register.html page, I have to do the same process now, because we are registering through this user ID, through the password, right? So I'll add one more JSP page here. I'll go to project. I'll just check it here, right? I'll write here register.jsp page. Okay, we'll click on the finish button. But before that, I'll just create this JSP registration part, right? So I have to confirm this registration page first. Okay, and we'll do the same process, correct? Like form, then actions, right? So here it will go to register.jsp page. Okay, we'll write the method here, method equal to post, and this is, it will be enclosed within this form opening tag and closing tag. And one more thing, see, same thing we are doing for the registration, just like a login page. You can see what we are doing in the login.html page, right? We'll do the same thing in the register.html page. So I'll just take it, I'll just copy the codes here, I'll just paste here in the register page, right? I'll just change the values, right? For example, I'll be writing here uname. Okay, I'll just make it here uname. I'll make it this is a password 1, so this is pass 1. Okay, I'll make it pass 2. Okay, and again same thing, I'll just write the button, right? And one more thing, I'll just write here, I'll put this line break everywhere. So I'll write here line break. Okay, here also line break, here also line break, and here also will write the line break. Okay, now I'll just show you this registration page. Okay, you can check this registration page. Okay, now you can check this is the registration page here. Okay, so I have to write down the code for this register.jsp page, correct? So just like a previous page, like login.jsp, I'll just write down the page for the registration, right? Because when the user will register, the data will be added to the database. That means we are inserting the data at the runtime. So all the parameters we are fetching from the this HTML page, correct? So here the same process we have to repeat. So it is what? This is the scriptlet tag. I'll just create this opening page and closing page. Okay, and see, these are the three parameters, the same parameters we have to fetch from there, right? So what I will do, I'll just take this values, I'll take the values. Right. So here, all the values I'll be taking here. I'll take this. I'll copy and paste here in the register.jsp page. I'll do this. Okay. Here I'll take. I have taken. You can see this is in registration page, register.html page. This is uname. This is pass1. This is pass2. Right. So we'll change accordingly. This is uname. Right, this is uname. This is pass1. This is pass2. Okay, I'll just change here. This is password1. Right, so this is we'll make it password2. So this is password2. Okay, now password1 will be checked with the password2. So just like a login.jsp page, right, we'll check this condition if, right, so this is the condition if you can check this password1 dot equals. Okay, so this is password1 dot equals control space bar. This is password2. Okay, if it is matched, then only it will be added to the database. So this is curly bracket opening and closing. Again we'll do the same process, right, for this class.forName. So driver registration process, right, we have to done. So class.forName, this will be class.forName. Now we have to just do this, write down the URL for the driver registration. We'll go to services, we'll copy and paste, right, we'll right click properties, we'll see this, we'll copy and paste. Okay, we'll just write here, do it. See, by doing this, chances of error is very less. So this is what, this is the driver registration. Now we'll go to this connection part. So connection, right, so this is connection, then connection 1 equal to, again this is driver manager, so we'll write here driver manager. This is driver manager dot get connection. Okay, so you can see this is, there are 3 parameters that we have to select. Okay, so again we'll check this user ID and password for this MySQL. User ID is here by default root, and password is for your PC. This is CBS, I'll be writing here, and I'll put here URL. This is what, this is all about. Again this, go to property, right, go to database URL, copy this and select this, click here, and see these, whatever things required you just add, otherwise remove it. This is the database connection URL, JDBC :mysql :/localhost :3306/ the name of the database is your user. What next? We have to again go for the database, this user register, this statement, correct? So I'll go to this statement part. Okay, I'll write this prepared statement. Okay, prepared statement. So I'll write here prepared statement object equal to, then again we have to control space bar con dot so prepare statement. Okay, so we'll write here SQL statement here. right? Now just check about what exactly we will write here. See, we are doing the registration. We are doing the registration, correct? That means at the runtime, we have to insert the value from GUI to the database. So here we'll write the statement insert into table is what? User and values. We'll write here table user values. One more thing, in case of database, right, when we create the value and when we are inserting it, you have to put this question mark according to the number of fields. If there are 3 fields, we'll put 3 question marks. So insert into user values 3 question marks. Okay. Now, since we are adding the value to the database, so we have to add 2 methods, right? Either getString, either setString. GetString for setting this retrieving the data from the database, but here we are setting the value, correct? So we have to use the method called setString. So we'll write here ps dot, you can see this setString. This is the method setString. I'll just write here. See, there are 2 parameters. First one is the parameter index. For example, this is first column, right? Plus I'll be writing here the value. What are the values for this, right? So I need to write this. I need to write this parameters, right? Here I'll in the last one I have written this uname, so I make it user. I'll just write a user. So parameter, first parameter I'll be taking here user. I have taken this user. Okay. So this will be repeated for all the 3 parameters, right? So just copy and paste, right? I'll just write here. Okay. So ps dot get set string for the first column. This is for the second column. This is for the third column. Right. First parameter is here user. Second is here password 1, and the third one is here password 2. This is password 2. Now we have added these values. Now one more thing, we have to write down the result set object, right? So we are writing this method. There are 2 methods for the result set. One is execute query and one is execute update. But here we are inserting, for fetching the data, we are using the method is called as execute query, but here we are inserting the data to the table. So what we have to do, we have to use the method called as execute update, right? So write here ps dot execute. This is execute update. You can see this is execute update. Simply we just write here ps dot execute update. And one more thing, once it is added, now the output will be printed registered successfully, right? So simply I'll write here out dot println. I'll write is out dot println. Okay, you just write this string registered successfully. Okay. Registered successfully. I'll just write here h1 tag to just see the font bigger. Okay. Now if it is inserted successfully, then the message will be printed that registered successfully. Now once it is registered successfully, right, but sometimes if both are not matching, for example, you are doing the registration, you are providing the password ABC, and for the confirm password you are not writing that ABC, it may be possible that both are not matching. So it goes to the else part, right? So this is else part, will write this, and here the message will be printed message will be printed. I can write here, registration not done. Registration cannot be completed. Right, so this message will be printed. Registration cannot be completed. See, this is all about this coding part. What I will do, I will add here also that from here, if the registration can be done. For example, you want to go for the login, you can do you can switch from the login page also. Once the output will be displayed, right? So two more links should be displayed on the same page, right? So that we can easily switch from one page to another page. So simply I just write here href. Okay, this is login.html page. Okay, I'll just write here. Okay, this is login for the login. Okay, second page I'll just write. Okay, this I'll make it home page. Okay, this is index.html page. Okay, I'll just write here index.html page. Okay, I'll do the line break here. I'll just write here. Okay, so I'll make it line break also. So almost I have completed this, right? I'll just check it. Okay, so first of all I'll just go to the index page here. Okay, one more thing, I have to check this, right? See, we are doing the registration part, right? So we have to go to project. Now we have to add the library, because since we are doing the registration using MySQL, right? So we'll go to project. Under the project we have to go to libraries. We'll click the right click, libraries, and now we'll add the library. Since we are making the database connection through MySQL, okay, so we have to select this connection URL, right? This is what MySQL JDBC driver. We have to add the driver for this MySQL connection. So we will add this library here. Okay, because if you don't add the library, the program will not be executed. Now I'll just start with this page. Okay, I'll run this program. Now you can see this when I start executing the program, you can see that these are the two links which appears when I start execution. When I click on this login page, right, it will go to the login page, right? But before that I have to just click on the registration. For example, I'll write here Sandeep. I'll put the password 123 and I'll write here 123. Can you see this? I'll just see the message registered successfully. Correct, that means the data which I'll be taking from the GUI, that should be added to the database. So first of all, I'll just check this. I'll go to services, I'll go to database, I'll go to table, I'll just right click this table. I'll check whether the data has been added or not. You can see I'm just inserting the data through this UI. You can see I have given the name as username as Sandeep. I'm giving this password as 123 and confirm password is 123. That means this is the registration part which is done properly. Now I'll go to the project, right? I can just check you one more thing. I'll go back to the home page, right? I register again. I'll try to register again. For example, I'll write here Priyansu. Okay, I'll provide the password 1234, and in the second page I'll be writing here 123. You can see this. I'm writing the password, right, and password and the confirm password, and in the program I have written here, if both are matching, then only it will be registered. So when I click on the submit button, you can see the message displayed registration cannot be completed. Registration cannot be completed. Why? Because password as well as the confirm password both are not matching. I'll go back, I'll make it 4. So here you can see this password is 1234, confirm password is also 1234. Now when I click on the submit button, now the message will be displayed here, registered successfully. So first part we have done. Now I'll go to the login part, because the user who have registered, that before that I have added two datas, right? So I'll just check it from the database. You can see that I have added these 2 rows, one Priyansu, one is Sandeep. Okay, so that means these are the 2 users by which we can do the login. I'll do the login here. I'll write here Sandeep. I'll provide the password. Okay, I'll provide the password, and you can see this. I have to just check here. When I submit this button, I'll just check it, the user ID and password here. This is the registration page. Okay, login page, right? So this is uname, this is uname. Okay, in the table I'll also using this uname here. Okay, I'll just run this file. Yeah, so there are some errors in the page. Now I have rectified that error. I'll show you that registration, right? So the person who have registered, they can log in. I'll just write here 123, right? 123. You can see if I have registered user, I can log in, right? And after the login, you can see this is welcome username यहाँ पे आ रहा है. Welcome username is coming here, right? So this is the all about the program. After the registration, if you have not registered, you can do the registration first, and then you have to log in after that, right? I'll go back. I will show you one more registration process. For example, I'll put here Priyansu. Okay, password is 123, confirm password is 123. I'll submit this. Okay, you can see this registration successful, right? I'll go back. I'll just do the login. You can see here that welcome Priyansu, right? And one more I will do the registration Himansu. We'll write the password here ABC, and we'll also write the password here ABC. Okay, I'll submit it. I'll go back. I'll write here. We'll write here ABC. We'll write the confirm password ABC. We'll submit. Can you see that once the user have registered, right, they only able to log in. Okay, so this is all about the program. I will show you also this databases. You can click here on the database. You can see that I have added here that username I have added here, that I have added just Priyansu and Himansu, right? These are the 2 user ID and password, and accordingly we can add it. Also I have some values, right? Here you can see this Suchit and Mukesh. So you can also that do the login part also. Go that, right? So this is what the database here. This is Mukesh, right? And one more thing that you have to check that caps letter also. So Mukesh, password is 123. Okay, you can see this. So now those who have registered, they only can log in. Okay, so this is the program where we are doing the registration part, and once you do the registration, then you can do the login.
If you have not registered, you cannot log in this. Okay, so this is all about the videos. Thank you for watching my video. Like the videos as well as subscribe my videos. Thank you.